I should probably say welcome to part 2 of my book declutter slash putting things in perspective, or attempt to change my mindset about how many books I should own, really, because that's really what it is. Because in the first part, I dragged everything out of here, of my bookshelf. You can still see there's space left, but I have so many left to put back in, and I don't know what to do, because I need to declutter more, and I have attachments to all of my stuff. If you're new here, you wouldn't know this, but yeah, you can see it because I have a ton of stuff. Now, these are the go piles, so at least I found something. But I'm already having second thoughts on this because my mom, she published something in this, but the books just don't bring me joy, and I always skip over them. And I actually, maybe I can declutter this because it's the Letter for the King. An acquaintance gave me this when I was 12, and I have never read it, and I still own it. And I always want to read it, but I never read it. And now they even made a film, I think it is, or a series about it on, I think it was Netflix. I watched that, so guess I don't need to read the book. Some avid readers will get on my case for saying that, because obviously it's not the same, and obviously the books are usually better, but it still brings me joy though. The book brings me joy. I just don't read it. So according to KonMari, it should go, but according to me, I should keep it just in case I will ever read it. just because it brings me joy. Oh my god, I'm not only half serious. I might put it back in here. I just don't know. Because if it's here, this is the go pile. Whereas if it's here, I have to go through it again, so I can still decide to declutter it. But what I was gonna say was that I dragged everything out, made different piles. I made my absolute favorites pile, which are these books that you see here or now back in the shelf. And then I made basically made a like pile, or a non-favorites pile. But I also made some tiny little different piles, like decluttering pile, maybe pile, like unsure about pile. Then I have books that are technically likes or unreads, but that I kind of want to keep for sure. And then I have extreme joy but never even read pile, which is already so embarrassing. Look how big they are. All these three. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, all of them. And then what was this again? These are my like piles, which I thought all my books would end up in here, aside from the favorites. And that I would try to live without some of these, but all of these bring me joy, and I am an indecisive person, and I'm not scared, but I'm dreading what's next, because this is where I'll have to make the choices. So if you haven't watched part 1, do so, maybe after this, so I don't lose you, but maybe it makes more sense to watch part 1 first, isn't it? As long as you return here, and then you can see whatever I come up with. I don't have a lot of space there left for as many books as I want to put in. Although somewhere on the embarrassingly full, somewhere on here, somewhere under this, the Lost Birds, and then somewhere on there, and somewhere in the guest / eBay room. But yeah, I mean, I can put some back there, of course. I don't necessarily want to, just because I'm obviously trying to have fewer books in the future, but it'll probably end up that way because I just have too many, so I don't know what to do. Oh my god, I don't know what to do. We'll see. This is the beginning of part 2. I've already talked for several minutes, so let's see. I'm gonna take a bit of a YouTube break, and then hopefully I'll come up with some sort of solution. maybe I can talk myself out of keeping some of these books. I think we can start with these. I like, this is, what's his name? Jonas Jonasson here. I really like this book, but I also don't remember anything that happened in it. No, he was in a... I remember the beginning, and that's it. And I don't remember this either, but I must have read it. So, should I maybe declutter these if I don't remember anything about it? But I really liked his sense of humor. He's so funny. I would kind of want to read it again. But also they bring me less joy than I actually thought. Same for this, but it's such a good book. I thought I could declutter these, but maybe I'm unsure. I don't know. Maybe pile. I don't know. Oh my god, I don't know. I feel like this isn't helpful to you because I keep saying I don't know. Okay, I'm stalling. Let me take a break and then get back to this. Then I'll be able to come back to you with results. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Or as we say in German, ich drücke die Daumen. It means I'll press the thumb. I don't know why we press thumbs instead of crossing fingers, but it means the same thing. One good idea maybe for you I can share is I usually, if I'm not sure if I want to let something go, then I check online how much it would cost me to repurchase it if I really wanted it back. And if I can find it for a good price, then that usually helps me to release the item into the wild. I've been thinking to go to the library first in the future if I want to read something, and then only if it becomes a favorite of mine while reading it, to then go out and purchase it, and ideally secondhand, which is better for the environment, obviously. Yeah, I went to the library and like what I'm scared of is that I won't return it on time and then have to pay for that, and then it's like I might have as well bought the book then if I have to pay for it anyway. Like sometimes you can buy books for really cheap, you know. Obviously if I have to pay, if the book is £10 new and I have to pay £2, then that's different. But if I could get it for £3.50 and I have to pay £3 because I brought it in late, then it's like, why did I do that? And that's why I stopped using the library, because I ended up had to pay late fees because I couldn't finish reading it on time. But I went to the library, there was a nice book, but I didn't borrow it. I went home. But I have enough to read. Maybe when I'm finished with all my reads, because I still have so many unread books. And with some of them I just never... I feel like the time has passed. I feel like when I try to read them, I don't actually enjoy it. I just enjoy owning the book. Why is my life so complicated? Why am I so complicated? Anyway, I think that's a good idea for the future with the library. Or if they don't have it, I can maybe buy it and try to get it secondhand so it's more affordable. And also, when you have strong attachments, letting go of stuff hurts. But you're also gaining so much. You're gaining space and peace of mind. So definitely keep trying. And you will end up in a better place than before. I might take pictures of the books that I'm letting go of. In case I want them back, then I will be able to remember the title and the author name. Because I'm more forgetful than I think. I'm gonna declutter these two because they don't bring me as much joy as I thought they did. The stories bring me... I love how they made me laugh, but anyway. Thank you for having made me laugh. And then... this... I forgot that I had this. And I've never read it. It feels very nice. It's very matte, like actual paper. It feels kind of expensive, but... I kind of want to have read it, but I can't be bothered to read it. Or should I keep this? I'm so confused, guys. And then I feel like this pile wants to fall down. Sit, bird dog. Then we have this the Wild Remedy. Also never read. With some beautiful drawings in there. But it's like a diary about her walks in the woods, which is nice, but I've never read it, so maybe I can let go of this. Out of these two piles, I took out these books, I pulled these books that maybe I can see myself live without. But the voice book is just so important, like for acting, but I have never read it, and I don't know. I think when I first got it, it was too difficult for me to read because my English was good, but it wasn't like, I don't know, not as good as it is today. So I never read it, and now I don't know. Then I have these, which maybe I can, I like these. I would want to keep them if I had more space. And I would like to reread them, but I feel like maybe this is something I can go to the library for if I ever want to read, or maybe I'll just only keep The Secret Garden and let go of the rest. I don't want to because I like them, but I only have a limited amount of space there. I shoved some back because it's getting late and I don't see myself finishing it today because I just can't seem to make up my mind what to let go of. Like, I want to keep them all. This is how this is the bookshelf so far. I'm liking it with this little bit of space there. I feel like I could pop my decorations in there. That would be very nice, but it's more of a dream rather than a realistic thing. Yeah, as you can see, I shoved some of the books back for now. Still have these lying around here, and then this pile. And this is what I've decluttered. I will be selling this Harry Potter souvenir from the Cursed Child if anyone's interested on eBay. Gilcrafts and More with hyphens. And then these are my new candidates to declutter them, but I'm still making up my mind. It's so difficult. Put some more books back. This is what it's looking like. I'm specifically talking about these in the middle. It's not looking too ugly. I mean, I have too many pieces of decoration. Otherwise, like, books-wise, it's looking nice still. Up till here, and then we get into the mess. But, I still have these lying around that I have to make decisions on. I mean, I have to make decisions about all of them. But I would like to keep these. But yeah, I'm not sure how I'll do this. If I'll try to declutter as much of what I like as possible so that I'll only have my very favorites, or if I'll allow myself to, bless you, did you hear that? To keep some of the ones that I like.